witnessing one of the biggest cover-ups we've ever seen in our lives.
The Southport murders have gone from tragedy to scandal, and the more people dig, the worse it looks for Keir Starmer's government. Axel Rudakabana has now been charged with the murder of the 3 little girls in Southport. Nigel Farage claims to have been gagged and says there is a huge cover-up going on.
What is? On Southport, all I can say to you right now is I know a hell of a lot more than the British public know. A hell of a lot more. I've been completely silenced. I dared, the day after Southport, to do a video to say, can we please know who this man is? Was he known to the authorities? Why do I feel we're not being told the truth? The level of demonisation I came under for that from both front benches was astonishing.
The public is tired of the silence and the lack of transparency and the evasive responses that signal one thing: something is being hidden. What could be so damaging that Starmer appears visibly shaken in public, while journalists and political figures drop hints without daring to speak about it? The way Starmer's administration has handled this case has been nothing short of disastrous. Instead of taking control, issuing statements and clearing the air, they've opted for silence. Their silence has fueled speculation and mistrust. It's not paranoia. We know we're being kept in the dark, especially when high-profile voices like Nigel Farage hint at knowing more, much more, but claim they're legally bound to stay silent. If Farage is telling the truth, why isn't the government more forthcoming? And if he's not, if he's making this all up, then why isn't Starmer shutting it down decisively? A document has been circulating that allegedly connects Starmer to the asylum case of the Southport suspect's parents back in 2003. On the surface, it looks damning, but a closer look reveals discrepancies. The accused parents were granted asylum in 2002, and the document in question is from 2003. Apparently, the names don't match either. Yet the fact that this document has been used to spread misinformation or even as a distraction doesn't clear Starmer. If anything, it raises more questions. Why did it take so long for officials to respond to the public outcry? Why was this case allowed to grow into a beast of rumour and suspicion? Mainstream outlets have been frustratingly passive on the matter. They've only been skimming the surface while avoiding any real investigation. So naturally, this gap has been filled by alternative voices, which only fans the flames of conspiracy. If Starmer's government truly has nothing to hide, they need to step up and speak openly. And until then, it looks like a cover-up. What else could justify this level of evasion? Farage's claim that he knows more but can't speak freely will surely infuriate people further. I doubt even Farage will go that far. He knows exactly how dangerous that could be. So if it's true, then why isn't Parliament demanding answers? Farage isn't just another commentator. He's a political heavyweight now who, despite his controversies, knows how to read a room. His strategic vagueness serves him well, but does nothing for the public except incite more speculation. It's not only about Southport now, it's about trust. Starmer's visibly uncomfortable public appearances signal more than just political pressure. They suggest fear. If the truth is so damaging that even a hint could unravel his career, what does that say about his leadership? The Prime Minister's silence and evasion have turned a tragic case into a national scandal, one that has the potential to topple his government if mishandled further. And mishandle it they surely will.
When the truth comes out about this, I believe, his reputation as Prime Minister will take a dent of enormous proportions.
This isn't going to go away. They seem to be pushing this case back further and further. Is this just desperate hope that we will somehow forget about it after Christmas? If it is, he has seriously underestimated the public outrage. The longer Starmer and his government dodge the public, the more toxic this becomes. If there is something deeper and darker, as hinted by journalists and commentators, the public has a right to know. Silence is complicity. And in a so-called democracy, if you can even call it that in the UK anymore, that's unacceptable. Starmer needs to address this head on, or he not only risks losing his position, but any last remaining shreds of credibility his government are clinging on to. You can be sure Whatever Starmer and his cronies decide to do, it will be in the interests of his own political career, and like all his other decisions so far, it will ignore the cries of the people he's supposed to be serving. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.